Hello, and welcome back to another brand new Doctor Who, or rather classic Doctor Who review voted for by you. Now, technically, this was voted for back in July. You see, back in July, I picked 4 episodes for people to vote for. Only 5 people voted. 2 votes each went to one story each, and only 1 vote went to the other one. And so I decided to review the one I wanted to review, which was the War Machines. So that was reviewed at the end of July, and the as you can tell by the title, I'm of course going to be reviewing Spearhead from space this time. So yeah, now I have already watched part one to Spearhead from Space years ago, and I completely forgot about the ending, but I knew of basically everything that happened up until the ending. Because, back in the day in the Sun or whatever newspaper it was, for Doctor Who, they would actually give out free single episodes on just one disc. And I remember getting a good few of the newer Doctor Who episodes at that time. But a friend of mine gave me Spearhead episode one for Spearhead from Space as a classic Doctor Who fan. So for me, so I watched it, and it's only now that I've actually watched not only rewatched episode one, but watched two, three, and four. So yes, it is a four-parter. It's the first Doctor Who episode in color, and it's the start of the Doctor being trapped on Earth and the start of the unit side of stories, as well as, of course, we get introduced to a new companion of Liz Shaw, as well as the new villain of the Autons. So yeah, let's get into it. What did I think of the episode? I liked it. I did like it. Obviously, I love John Pertwee. I've always been referring to John Pertwee as the James Bond of Doctor Who. Um, and unlike Patrick Troughton when I reviewed his first story, um, John Pertwee felt like the Doctor to me from the get go. From part one, he felt like the Doctor to me. And like I said, I love his Doctor. I still haven't seen a lot of his era, but from what I have seen and the few YouTube clips that I have seen as well that were posted on the official Doctor Who YouTube channel, I know that I really do like this Doctor. And yes, for most of episode one and a bit of episode two, he is bedridden because this he's freshly regenerated, and I think this is the first time we learned that the Doctor has two hearts. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure if it got mentioned during the Patrick Troughton era or before then, but I believe this might be the first. So obviously we have the returning of Nicholas Courtney as the Brigadier, who appeared twice during the Patrick Troughton era, one before he joined UNIT and one after he joined UNIT. Both episodes I have not seen, so the only episodes of the Brig that I've seen is a few from this era, and a few from the Tom Baker era, and a few from the Fifth Doctor as well. I obviously love the Brigadier. What's not to love about the Brig? He is fantastic in this story. And the Autons. You see, I'm not used to these versions of the Autons. Again, this is the 70s, so effects aren't all that going to be, great. They still do hold up. Don't get me wrong. They still do hold up. And but for me, my first introduction to the Autons was the episode Rose from series one, and I think I do have a series one Auton. Yes, I see him way back over there, and he's if I try to go and grab him, he's going to fall. So I don't have a classic series Auton, but yeah, I do like it. Uh, I had no issues with it. Episode four seemed to go on for quite a bit of time. I got to about the halfway mark. I was like, when is this episode going to be finished? It should be towards the end, right? And no, a lot happened in 12 minutes for it to get to the halfway mark. And I also like that they didn't name drop the Autons until episode 3. So we don't, like for the first 2 episodes and a bit of episode 3, we don't know what they are. Um, and yeah, like I said, I really enjoyed it. Now, how does the Blu-ray look? Well, I don't have a standard DVD to compare it to, but I had no issues with it. I think there were some slight updated effects used for this, um, but a lot of it, obviously, is remastered, upscaling to 1080p, and it done really well. There wasn't a scene where I was watching that I was taken out of because of how it looked, in HD. Um, it's great, if you can get your hand on the Blu-ray. I think his first season, it does exist on the collection box sets, the Blu-ray box sets. Someone do correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed it. Like I said, I love John Pertwee. Liz, I'm not 100% on just yet. I think this is the only story I've seen her in. I could be wrong. Obviously, I love the Brigadier. No Yates, though. I'm not sure when Yates shows up, because I do like Yates. But yeah, for me, obviously, the two companions that I love from the Pertwee era the most are, of course, Joe Grant and Sarah Jane Smith. I also like how at the end of the episode, when the Brigadier asks him, "Oh, so what is your name?" and he goes, "Smith, John Smith," which starts off, this is the start point for when the Doctor will always start to refer to himself as John Smith, which continues on into the more modern era. Apologies, I had a pause for a sneeze, but yeah, that is going to be my review for Spearhead from Space. Now, normally, I would have 4 more classic Doctor Who episodes for you to pick through, that in a poll that would go live an hour after this video goes live. However, because of the poor turnout on the last poll, where, like I said, it got 5 views, where it was a tie between these two stories, I think for the moment I will be taking a break, a small little break from doing these. So I now need to figure out what I'm going to be doing for content on Fridays, moving forward. I only have to worry about it for 1 video this month, but when it comes to September, which I'll be starting very, very soon, I have now 2 more videos to figure out on that one, but I might have an idea up my sleeve. Will I return to doing the classic Doctor Who episodes reviews? Yes. I cannot say when, but if I do, I think I'll be the one who picks the episode that I watch, instead of having it as a vote, unfortunately. As much as I've loved having it as a vote, the fact that the last vote only had 5 participants, just wasn't it's telling me that I shouldn't be continuing on doing these votes. But anyway, that is going to wrap up this video. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of Spearhead from Space in the comments down below, and I shall see you all on Monday for, I'm going to hope that it's my Full Metal Jacket Tales from My Backlog review. I haven't watched it yet as of filming this on the 23rd of July. Um, it's up in the air if that's going to be the one that I continue to do, or I might end up swapping it out with a different film. We'll just wait and see. You'll obviously know on Monday. But if not, I will definitely get around to Full Metal Jacket eventually. Anyway, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you all on the next upload, whatever that might be.